You should use a condom before you listen.
The American dream is dead.
John Lisle, L.A. Lloyd, and Drew Bennett, Beaver Kool-Aid.
Oh, we're on. Okay.
Oh.
Sorry.
Hey.
Sorry, let me grab my shawl.
Sorry, it's been a couple of weeks. I had a daughter to graduate, so had family.
It was important that you were there because that's what you have to do. It's kind of like assisting your wife in birth, right?
Right, that's it. Push. Walk.
Right, you're like, push. Come on, get out of high school. Push. You can do it.
Yep.
I can't feel anything.
Here's the nice thing. I told
you not to get the epidural in 11th grade.
The nice thing about doing podcasts is that when one of us can't be there, we just don't do the show.
Yeah, that's right.
Whereas other, terrestrial morning radio shows specifically, they have to struggle through 4 hours of missing one of their guys.
And you can usually tell who kind of carries the show when that guy's missing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's awkward for the entire time.
But he's a saint, and he's not here.
Well, that's in our contract. If I'm missing or John's gone or Drew's gone, then we just don't do a show.
Yeah, but none of us are saints, so there's no Jimmy St. John. See, if you're missing a saint.
Yeah, that's true.
When you're doing a show, you feel like we're all mortal.
Yeah.
There's nothing there. We haven't been beatified. We're just regular people.
It's hard to listen to when the main guy's gone.
Or if Trigger's gone. You get the guy with the one word name. He's gone from the show.
Lunchbox.
And all of a sudden you go like, what's up, man? The big guy, the guy with the one word name is gone. No Birdman.
Well, we had at my daughter's graduation, about 680 students walked across. So if Austin continues to grow the way it is now, Drew, you could possibly see 1,000 people in one of your kids' high school class by the time they graduate, man. It's crazy. I mean, we were at the Irwin Center. It looked like a concert in there. It was 8,500 people in attendance. The entire lower level of the Irwin Center was full.
Did you do interviews then? If it was a concert-like thing, did you do interviews for your countdown show?
No, I actually took the night off away from recording, but I did feel a little left out that I did not come prepared as a parent because some of these families had, the big giant faces like you see at ACL Fest of their kid, and, families of 15 were holding up letters for their kid, and I'm just standing up there going, yeah, all right, Taylor. That's all I had.
Because you remember high school graduation from your own.
Right. I didn't have the big giant face or letters or sparklers or any of that shit. So I was...
Everybody decorates their hats now.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the mortarboards. I thought it was like some kind of Kentucky Derby thing and everybody was showing up with the big graduation hat, something I didn't know about.
Yeah.
Because my son graduated high school 11 years ago. My daughter 20 years ago, and then, of course, I've got the young ones, so no telling what it'll be like then. My biggest thing was college graduation. When my daughter graduated from Southwest Texas, that I just knew college graduations as to be, a little bit more, a bit formal. That's fine. But I was there, and it was just like a hootenanny. People had air horns. All right, Samantha! Thought there's no decorum here.
Yeah, I love the rules as they were like, don't say anything after your kid, walks across the stage because you'll, take away from the next one.
Be there for 9 hours.
Right. Yeah. It was 3 hours, but Did you
snap fingers instead of applauding, Lloyd?
Yeah.
All right, Taylor.
Yeah.
It's my girl.
I was just sitting around looking at all the big giant faces. I just felt bad. I was like, Taylor, I'm sorry I didn't have a big giant face blown up for you, man. But I don't know. I wasn't expecting all that. Like I said, I wasn't expecting the air horns and the hootenannies, and there was a few characters up in the upper level, so they thought by being up a little higher they wouldn't be as loud. They were just,
they're still allowed. And they try to keep everything kind of calm, but it's Texas, Lloyd.
It is Texas.
Texas here. You graduate from high school. Go on now. You did more than I did. Get on now.
When Ava graduates, you should bring, like a fog machine.
Yeah, there you go.
Glow sticks. Everybody dance around.
I think I'm gonna bring a drone, and I'm gonna fire that fucker off and like let it fly.
No, you need a t-shirt gun.
That's it. Yeah, you just blow out a bunch of T-shirts.
Yeah, with her face on it. I didn't think about
crazy.
that.
You know what? Everybody has to be there for 9 hours anyway. You might as well put some burritos in there.
Yeah,
that's my girl.
Feed the crowd.
I would be the most popular guy there if I started blasting burritos out to that crowd. I'm telling you, man. Because
a lot of people would be injured as they leapt for the burrito. I've never understood. When people are shooting those T-shirts and it's, I don't know, it's the whatever on the front and then 50 sponsors on the back.
Yeah, exactly.
What shirt it is. And you see these grown men knock down children to try to get this T-shirt.
Yeah.
But we've thrown several T-shirts off the stage in our career. I've definitely thrown my share.
What is that weird feeling that people get when they get to take home a T-shirt?
I don't know, man.
I don't know that.
It's like you diving for that Ace Frehley pick, man, at a Kiss concert.
Yeah, but that has some kind of meaning.
Yeah, right. Sorry again, Drew. I'm sorry. Well, kind of meaning, but
more meaning than a radio station. More meaning than a fun run.
Usually, if you got gimme shirts, there's a lot of stuff on there.
I wish you could see the shirt I'm wearing. I'm wearing an old Kiss Rock and Roll Up Your Sleeve Blood Drive T-shirt tonight. Now, this thing is got to be at least 10, 12 years old. And I'm looking at the back, and yeah, there's a few sponsors on there. But it's so comfortable now. It's nice and soft and worn out. I love it.
You have like a mattress sponsor?
Do I? What?
You have like a mattress sponsor on there?
I can't tell because it's on the back. I could take it off if you want me to. I think McDonald's is back there.
I'm surprised Lloyd, as enterprising as he is, hasn't already sold a sponsorship just for his portion of Beaver Kool-Aid.
Well, I'm working on it.
L.A. Lloyd brought to you by Waffle House.
Right.
You had a car dealership on the back?
There's and he's...
I'm sure World Car Kia is on the back of this shirt somewhere. It's got to be a World Car Kia back there.
There's got to be a World Car. Originated from San Antonio. It's got to be a World Car on there somewhere.
Yeah.
So you guys want to hear about my my latest? This is not to the degree as the peeing date. This would now be in second place.
Okay.
My latest date. I was abandoned.
Ooh. Like they got up and went to the bathroom and never came back?
First date day. No, it did close. It's, would you like a drink? Yes. Okay. Ooh. And then I hit the can, and then I go get the $18 double wine. Come back, and no one's there.
Ooh.
Oh,
okay, fine. It's Joe Bonamassa. Last Sunday. Majestic Theater, San Antonio.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think, yeah, okay, someone went to the restroom just like I did. A few songs go by. No one's there.
Boy.
So I go up and look around, and then I ask a woman to check the restroom for me. No one in there.
Wow.
Okay. A little bit more, and then I realize, well, I've been left.
Well, you got to remember, at San Antonio, you should have taken her to the Judas Priest show, not Joe Bonamassa.
Well, the thing is, she's the one that insisted I go.
Oh.
She paid for the tickets.
I see.
Wow.
Yeah, because she wanted to go to this concert, and I said, well, I'd like to have a first date first. I mean, I've known her for a long time, but I mean, I've been acquainted with her for a long time. I didn't know her. But I thought I wanted to have a sit down before we ever maybe got to the concert stage. Right?
Wait a second. Did the two of you know what the other looked like before that night?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we've been acquainted with each other for years.
I got to think a first date, you can't really hear that well because the music's so loud. You're trying to get to know each other better. That's just not a good scenario.
No, I didn't want that as a first date. She wanted to go to this concert, and I wanted to go on a date before the concert, but I was sick that whole week. And so I had to keep blowing off the first date. So we ended up arranging to have beers together in Bernie.
Wow.
And then that wound up into the concert because I had agreed before I got sick to do this concert, but I wanted to have a little sit down beforehand just in case.
Right.
Yeah.
But no, so we had beers and then we Ubered downtown and then she leaves me.
She lifted on out.
And the Uber I had to take back was all the way back to Bernie.
Ooh.
And the thing is, at the time, and I made a big deal of this when we got into the initial Uber ride to go downtown, I don't have my phone on me. Because I tell that to people. I'm not like most. It's not an appendage of mine. So I'm not always around my phone. And I said, see, we're going downtown and I don't have my phone. So when this all went down and I realized I had been abandoned, then I had to ask an usher for his phone and call a friend of mine to have him send an Uber for me.
Wow.
Downtown.
I wish I had friends like that. I'd just be fucking still sitting there if it'd been me.
Well, no, initially I got voicemail and I said, don't call back because this is, I'm on the usher's phone. And the guy was somewhat reluctant to let me use his phone.
Yeah.
And I thought, hey, dude, look, same peer group, man. We're all right.
Well, did you tell Han that you really needed to use his phone pretty bad? I mean, that usher job's kind of rough, man.
I don't think Stevie's ushering at the Majestic, but and if so, I don't think he would have let me use his phone. Absolutely not. But yeah, so I had to. That was the.
Did she have a lot to drink?
Well,
That's
I
why she
don't want
bounced
to
on you?
because we are on a podcast. I don't want to sit here and let's just say we hadn't had tons to drink. No,
I don't think she had enough.
So
Not enough where she would have been like, I've been in that place where you've had enough to drink where you're like, I need to get out of here right now.
Yeah.
Right. And you leave.
yeah, but the thing was, I wasn't gone for long. I just went. At some point, the kicker on this is, at some point, I realized I do have my phone.
Ah.
Now, how this got by me when it was wand time to walk in, I have no idea. Like I said, I don't even pay much attention to my phone. So obviously I had to hold it in my hand when I was being wanded,
Right.
but it never sank into my brain. I have my phone. So at some point I realized I have my phone and I look and there's a text and it says, where are you? And so I text back, where are you? Because I'm thinking she's still at the theater.
Right.
Where are you? And then she texts back, I'm at home. Where did you go? And I said, are you kidding? I got up to get you a drink. What do you mean, where did I go?
Man, I think this is just a big misunderstanding. I think she thinks you abandoned her.
No, that's bullshit, man. I wasn't gone for 5 minutes. That's not abandoning. Believe me, when I sit there and see most of and I've gone through 6 or 7 songs and there's no one back, that's abandonment.
Yeah.
Okay. So I didn't make the entire set and they were great, but I got close to it. But then I had to get home. Had to get back to my truck.
If she wanted to stay there, she would have been texting you, hey, I'm standing by the bar.
Right. That's true.
Right,
No,
where
but she
are
wouldn't
you?
be texting me because she didn't think I had a phone. Because when we got into the initial Uber, this is my point. I made a point of saying, see, I don't have my phone on me. And the Uber driver said, well, at least one of you do. One of you does. Because I didn't think I had one because I was trying to show that I'm not around my phone all the time.
Maybe it is a misunderstanding.
Yeah, okay, fine, Genesis. You keep that up. I don't think so. BYE. I'm too
Must be
old for
some
that
kind of
nonsense.
mistake.
You kidding? First time in my life. Imagine if I did that to some chick, right? I convince her to go to a concert, take her to the concert, and leave her ass there. Right. See, finally I get a wow. Now L.A. Lloyd, he starts thinking about his young daughters there. Yeah, that would suck. That's not right.
Did she see you whip out your phone when you got wand down? Maybe she thought you were bullshitting her in the car.
No, I don't think she was paying attention. She wouldn't have paid attention to that. It was just one of those things. It's BYE. That's what it is.
You sure you didn't watch Shallow Hal and Shallow Lao Needs a Gal?
And all I said was, you better open that gate because I don't want to damage it.
So you're not going to talk to her anymore?
Obviously. No, I'm always one and done with people like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm one and done.
So we have a new phrase. If you abandon someone at a concert, you got Bonamassa. Because you got Bonamassa.
I've never been a good dater. You know what I mean? I've never been a good guy that you want to go out on a date with.
I don't know why.
I'm not good at like the gift giving. I'll fuck it up in some way. I'll get you the wrong
give
thing.
anything. You just go and do stuff.
But you go to all these conventions, you got to be the king of small talk. See, I used to hate to go to these company conventions we used to have when I worked at KISS, and they'd send us all and put us in a room, and fucking hate doing small talk, man. I suck at it, you know? Just not good at it. But you got to be
really?
great
What
at
do you
it.
call all these months on Beaver Kool-Aid, Lloyd?
Well, I'm not. Well,
Isn't that it?
I don't
He's
know.
talking about small talk, like in line at the grocery store.
Or
He doesn't
that,
like that kind of stuff.
yeah. You like if you're wearing a Dallas Cowboys shirt, and then the guy at HEB goes, "Hey," and he starts, throwing all these stats at me. I'm like, dude, just fucking put my wine in the bag so I can go. I'm not here to talk Cowboys with you. But
Gosh.
but
He's not that kind of guy.
But even like at these conventions, you kind of go from group to group to group, and you just, oh man, it's kind of humid down here in Florida, isn't it? Well, duh.
Yeah.
I have nothing to say to these people. Hey, I like your shirt.
No, you get into the group, you say, help me, someone's trying to kill me.
That might
It's
work.
just because
You have to enter in a little differently than getting on. That's a lame jump rope. You know, the big jump rope where you're trying to get in the middle of it. And
Yeah.
when no one's talking about anything good, you have to change it.
people like to talk about themselves, Lloyd. All you got to do is ask questions.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Well done, Drew. Very true.
And so that's why you're the king of small talk. That's probably what you do. You go right in there. You're next thing you know, you've sold them a few of your software.
Well, that's what you got to do if you're in sales. You
Yeah.
know? It's all about finding out about them.
Right. That's true.
Letting
Yeah,
them
you
run.
start out with little snippets about you to
Yeah.
relate to them.
That's my problem. I could give a shit. See, that's why I don't have anything to talk about.
Oh, Lloyd.
Yeah.
Doesn't take much, man. Just relax. Doesn't take much.
But it's such bullshit. It's just, that's why it's called
Well,
small
I agree
talk.
with you what they're talking about the Cowboys.
It's small.
You know.
Hey. Or kid.
But
I mean, all you have to do is ask the guy what he does for a living.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
don't ask me.
Hey,
And then
Lyle.
once he tells you, then you're related to something that you know about.
You could hit up Lyle,
It's the
say, hey,
easiest
Lyle,
thing
what
in the world.
do you do for a living and how's your love life?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, what do you do for a living? Okay, there's the one finger.
Yeah.
You know, my love life.
I usually don't say, what do you do for a living? I usually say, what do you do here in San Antonio?
Yeah.
What do you do here in Austin?
Hey, what do you do, man? What do you think?
Well,
How do you
that's
feel?
that's a large part of somebody's, person. And it's a way for you to get, down the conversation ladder, quicker.
Yeah.
Because you probably know the part of town that he lives in, or somebody that he works with, or something about what he does, or you went to college with somebody that does. And that's the
Well, that wouldn't
easiest
be in
thing in
this
the world
town.
to sit and relate to somebody like that.
Well, if I have
Are you writing this down, Lloyd?
I'm taking
so you can
notes.
refer to this
Because I always think when I've got a couple of drinks in me, just a little bit of truth serum, seems like things are easier. You just got to hit a level where you don't go too far. You just got enough in it to relax you a little bit, get the
Wait a
anxiety
minute,
down.
not to be the sarcastic one again. You're telling me you have a couple of pops and all of a sudden you're a little bit more sociable.
I am a little bit more loose.
Imagine that.
Yeah. In fact, my glass is empty right now. That's why you're not getting much out of me.
You mean you got a drink to do Beaver Kool-Aid?
Well, it helps relax me. It's been a long day. It just kind of,
I would think that you would welcome Beaver Kool-Aid as a chance to actually talk about something as opposed to doing the radio show where you feel like you're hemmed in.
Yeah. Well, I feel
now it's Beaver Kool-Aid. Now you can really make it happen.
I'm relaxed.
I think we're not that, we're not, we definitely talk about, the things that are taboo on the radio, don't we?
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, for Lloyd, it'd be, anything he says that lasts for over 15 seconds. Because if you speak for more than 15 seconds, that's taboo, right?
It is.
I mean, I know we shouldn't talk about radio, but I've listened to KLBJ recently. I think it sounds really good.
Well, thank you.
You got that?
How about that, huh?
You got that one jock that I like from Houston, you said.
Oh,
Rhesus
yeah, Wendy.
Macaque.
Yeah, Rhesus Macaque in the morning.
I'm telling you, man, it's just it's a good sounding radio station. That's all I'm saying.
Well, thank you. In the world we live in, that's a compliment. I appreciate that.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think he liked the way that you used your software. That's what it was.
Well, I'll tell you what it is. I'm trying to become next week's rock chick.
Yeah. You could be. We could send you to see Queen and Adam Lambert in Vegas. There's all kinds of great contests when you listen to KLBJ, man.
That's what I need to do. Maybe I can get a job there. Maybe I need to change my sexual identification.
Mm-hmm.
And then that way I can, finally be that badass rock chick.
Yeah.
Well, it makes sense for a dude in a bikini to win a trip to see Queen with Adam Lambert.
Yummy.
So I learned a new terminology from the Urban Dictionary from my almost 14-year-old daughter. And, of course, when she said, "Hey, Dad, have you ever heard of a farm party?" I said, "Well, of course I had. We had several of them in North Carolina. Are you kidding me?"
It was all guys and the chickens were scared.
Right.
Oh, wait a second.
So I'd never heard this terminology before. And I guess it's something that their teacher went over with them. It's like, "Hey, if you ever get invited to a farm party, stay far away from it." I was like... So, do you guys know what a farm party is in the teenage world now? I mean, I'd never heard this before in my life. I'll explain it to you. But have you heard of it, Drew?
No.
How about you, Lisle?
Did you really have to ask me if I'd heard of a farm party?
So you know what it is?
No.
All
I
right.
don't know what the hell it is.
I'll guess what it is.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to guess that it's like a party at a farm.
Well, that's what I thought, and I thought that's why she asked me, since I was from North Carolina, thinking, "Hey, Dad, when you were a teenager, did you have a bunch of your friends out, kind of like in the Dazed and Confused movie, where they go to the park and kegger and everyone out there goes get drunk?" No. It's kind of that, except what you do is you go to your parents' medicine cabinet and you grab all their pharmaceuticals, anything they've got, Percocet, anything that's in there, and you pour them all into a big bowl, right? And so everybody
farm party.
Yeah, like it's a PHARM.
PH.
Right. So it's a farm party. And so
wow.
My joke to her was, I was like, "Well, I got to tell you, man, instead of heroin needles, you got my Repatha, the one-shot injection that I have to put in my leg twice a month for the cholesterol."
And everything's covered in Rogaine.
You guys would have the healthiest fucking people there. No cholesterol.
So this is kind of like a PJ party where you just,
yeah,
throw in all that crap.
But it's a farm party, yeah. And so,
oh man, how screwed up is that?
Yeah. So her teacher said, "Stay far away from those." I was like, "Yeah, I think that'd be good advice." I said, "Well, think how fucking stupid that is, Ava." I didn't say that, but I was like, "Seriously, would you ever just take a pill or a handful of pills from someone's parents' medicine cabinet?" No.
Well, if I lose my health insurance, I might have to have somebody go and pick some out for me. This is what we're looking for, sweetheart.
Yeah.
Right here. That is just unbelievable.
I know.
I don't know. Do they really happen? To me, it sounds like urban legend.
It sounds like it to me too, but supposedly I looked it up before I came on the show today, and it is a thing, so
I mean, maybe.
But
right.
I can't imagine teenagers will be.
The world of pharmaceuticals,
That just seems like something that would happen in Westlake, maybe.
All the doctors say to take. Unbelievable.
Yeah,
I can tell you what you got to worry about. You got to worry about your kids getting into your hydrocodones that you got for whatever, and taking only 2 or 3 of those, and then either doing them or taking them to school and selling them off.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, you're not supposed to beat them because they took your stash?
I don't think that these kids are going to go and like throw a bunch of drugs in a fishbowl and have a
That's
farm
just
party.
wild.
That
Yeah.
sounds stupid.
It does sound
I
stupid.
think what they do is that they would take 2 or 3. They don't want to get busted. They're going to take a couple. They know where it is. They go in the bathroom. Oh, I got to use the bathroom.
Yeah.
They go in there, take 2 or 3 of them, and then they'll either do them at a party themselves. Maybe that's what a farm party is. I brought my own drugs.
Right.
Or they'll sell them at school.
Yeah.
I don't know, Drew. I think you're applying way too much logic there. You got to think of younger people.
Exactly.
You throw it all in, and that's the fun of it. You don't know what the hell's going to go on. I once had a friend that had this huge jar of speed, like one of those big plastic pretzel jars.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And it was just full of all these different types of speed.
Wow.
You didn't know what the hell was in there, but if you needed something, you just kind of grab a little, and there it was.
Didn't someone tell me before I moved to Austin, like a lot of the bars on 6th Street used to have ecstasy, like in jars or something?
Oh, yeah, in the 80s, so yeah, big time.
So,
Big
I mean, it's been kind of
It
done.
was pickled ecstasy, though, because it was at the bar.
Well, when ecstasy was becoming popular, it was really in the East End dance clubs in Europe and London.
Right.
And then it moved over to really 2 cities in the United States in the beginning. One of them was New York City and the other one was Austin, Texas.
Wow.
We'll be back with more.
I feel like I need to cue in Weston Boys, Weston Girls by the Pet Shop Boys all of a sudden here.
So yeah, because he said East End, right?
Yeah, I was thinking Weston Boys and Weston Girls.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe it's
what
Weston.
came to
I don't know.
mind.
I don't live there. Maybe it's probably
We're
Weston.
bad, man. But that is awful, man.
I hope it's not true. But I mean, a teacher told her about it. So, I mean, maybe she's just trying to bring the awareness if it ever comes up because, you know, she did hear this in a classroom. You know, just why she asked me. But I just kept thinking,
it's
it's
so
like,
weird that teachers would ever bring up anything like
well,
that.
I know. It's very weird. But I just think that, and I had a raging, you know, hormones as a 14-year-old kid. The last thing I'd want is like, oh, shit, I got the Viagra. What the fuck am I going to do? I'm in hell for the next 2 weeks.
Oh, Lloyd, you didn't need to worry about that, dude. You were at that age, man.
That's
Everything was
true.
fine.
Well, they don't have the kind of
You could do that on your own.
experimental.
Raquel Welch.
Yeah.
Raquel Welch.
Well, the watermelons were nervous. A couple of things that I saw before we came on the show tonight. One of them would make Drew happy is Kiss is going to do a 3-year tour. They won't say it's a farewell tour or the final tour, but they have trademarked the end of the road, I think it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that tells me that we'll have at least 5 more farewell tours before they're 90. But
I don't know. I mean, End of the Road could be an album. Could be one last album.
yeah, let's hope for that. Boy, I've
And then
been
a tour.
waiting on that for a long time.
That's probably what will happen is they'll do an End of the Road album and then they'll have a tour.
It's going to be all a cappella. Tremendous.
I think what they'll do is, I think the plan is to incorporate to some level everybody who's played in Kiss who's still alive.
right. And then if we haven't berated Roseanne news enough while we were away, I just read tonight that they're talking about bringing the show back, all the characters except Roseanne. Would people still watch that? Because, I mean, it was a #1 show. I mean, it was pretty ballsy to cancel a #1 show and everyone gets fired, but they are talking
I read
about
that
bringing it back.
They were going to circle it around Darlene.
Yes, that's right. You're exactly right. So would you watch that? I didn't watch the other one, so I definitely wouldn't watch
I didn't
this.
watch it at any point in time.
Yeah.
So,
I think they should do a show around Jackie Harris.
no, who's that?
She plays the sister, Roseanne's sister.
Oh, what's her face? The one that was in Lady Bird.
Or Jackie.
Yeah, Laurie Metcalf.
Laurie Metcalf. You're right, John. It's Laurie Metcalf is the
No,
actress.
wait a minute. Say it again.
John?
You're right, John. I live by myself, Drew. I don't get to hear that very often. What is it? again?
Watch out. He's
You're
going to
right.
get the Mexican Viagra, Drew. You better stop.
Oh, no,
Laurie-
I don't need the Mexican Viagra. Are you kidding? After that? You're right, John. Wow.
Now I know how to relate to him, Lloyd.
Right.
So all I have to do if I have to strike up conversation with him is find out something that he's going to be right at.
Yeah, that's the way you start the small talk with John. Nice.
Laurie Metcalf. Laurie Metcalf is her name, and she plays Jackie Harris on the show. So I think that they should do a show around her character there. Because she's the best part of the show.
But what would they call it? Jackie?
Yeah.
I think we've already had one of those, haven't we? Jackie.
Yeah, why not?
Jackie.
See, I can't imagine it working if she's so anti-Trump, it wouldn't work because that's who was watching this show.
Well,
and frankly, I'm commenting on something I don't watch. So
I know we're both kind of left out there because I really don't care. I really don't care. But and I hate to say that to you, Lloyd. What I care more about really when it comes to television, since it has been a few weeks since we spoke, did you ever go back and watch the royal wedding that you had recorded?
I didn't watch it, man. So I'm getting, I took some of your Mexican Viagra. I'm getting some hair on my chest finally.
The difference between Mexican Viagra and Viagra is about $300.
Yeah, that's it.
I thought that was going to be some late night viewing with some hand lotion there for you, Lloyd.
Handlers?
I would hope for at least a good 15 minutes, but I don't know if I could.
But no, I mean, the whole Roseanne stuff, I mean, all that kind of, that sort of thing in the world, it's great when you're not working on a radio and you feel like you don't even have to touch it at all. You don't have to read about it. I don't care.
She'd already done all that kind of stuff. Everybody knew that she was like that.
Yeah.
Before this whole thing went down with her new show, everybody knew that she was that way.
Well, not right.
I'm not saying that it's right. What I'm saying is that what did they expect was going to happen?
Man, that Twitter shit is evil, man. How many fucking people have just lost it because they just could not resist the temptation of getting on Twitter and putting some stupid shit out there? But Twitter's the worst, man.
Twitter's the worst.
Because you just fucking fire it off like machine guns.
But you know all that, and everybody does it. And it's the same kind of thing with Roseanne. It's just that she's commenting on something political and she's a full-on nasty racist.
Yeah.
But it's the same kind of performance bullshit that everybody does. You know what I mean?
Well, I just think it's a part of pop culture, and you just have to eschew that if you just want to live.
Well, a lot of people think it, but they don't say it. But
bottom line is, who gives a shit what Roseanne Barr thinks? Okay, really? That's motivated me so much in the past. Oh my gosh, I'm not going to have a voice. Oh my gosh, I'm going to lose some half-ass sitcom that somehow portrays what we are. I mean, that was the original Roseanne. It was like, look, here's the leading lady. She's not thin and beautiful. Look, they struggle to make ends meet. They're showing this is for the working people.
I'm a domestic goddess.
High five to Bill Cosby and Roseanne, right?
Yeah, right.
80s and 90s mothers and fathers on television turning out to be awful people.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, I have to take this moment because Dwight Clark died today.
Yeah, no. Sad thing.
Yeah. 61, that's it.
ALS, right?
Yeah.
Oof.
Sad.
Because there certainly were moments in my life where if somebody said, do you want to be you or you want to be Dwight Clark? He would be a football player, for those of you who didn't know.
Right. 49ers.
I would have said, I'll be Dwight Clark. It's kind of like planes oversold. Who wants the $300 voucher? I'll be Dwight Clark.
Yeah.
And then that was it. I mean, he was diagnosed a couple of years ago and done at 61.
It's terrible.
Yeah, it is. That is terrible. Absolutely terrible. It's enough to send me to thinking about it. Makes me want to go to a farm party just to hang out. It's like, who's the old guy at our farm party?
He's the guy who brought the most shit.
You go to the bathroom and show up and nobody's there anymore.
That's right.
You come back from the bathroom, everybody's gone.
John's out there with his big old perfect bowl of fucking drugs and everybody left.
Great. That's about right. Yeah. It's my luck.
You go out to the car for some weed, you come back, nobody in the house.
Yeah, we'd love that. Yeah, I'll be right back, man. I got some.
You get a text from 200 people. Where are you?
Yeah.
Where are you?
Yeah, we're at home. Where'd you go?
We went back to our parents' house.
To where I said I was going to go?
All 200 of it.
Everyone left.
That's beautiful.
Beautiful. I'm so tired of, it all fits in with everything else. And that's, I'm not going to get political. I promise. I went to a little get together the other day and this guy said, I'm sorry we're leaving. I bet you I could have talked to you for 5 hours on politics. And I thought, oh no, please. Because you're not going to like what I have to say.
No,
you don't talk about religion or politics with anybody. You know what it's called?
No.
People do it on Facebook. It's called oversharing, and you shouldn't do it.
That's how I start my small talk. I'm like, do you believe in Jesus?
Yeah. Well, you're bad at small talk.
Yeah. Well, see, once again, I don't Facebook. You guys don't see anything from me on Facebook, do you? I don't.
Not a lot.
Tweet. I don't do any of that crap.
Yeah.
I barely answer the phone. I do text.
I mean, I'll put some, benign tweets together. If anything, I put my life on Instagram stories, right?
Yeah.
Where I put all my stupid stuff.
I've seen that.
But that's the whole thing. See, Facebook wants to get back to being what it was originally intended to be.
Right.
Way to get laid.
Way to get laid, not talk about politics.
It's instead of all this garbage where everybody is a pundit. It's when I get back into, look, this is a way for me to share baby pictures with everyone instead of emailing them individually.
Right.
They're going to do a dating thing on Facebook. Would you contribute to Facebook more often if you knew that it might get you, a relationship?
As well as everything else has worked out.
No, that'd be better than a match.
Wow, well, that's saying a lot.
I'm just saying that it's Facebook. I mean, good Lord. I mean, everybody's going to be using it who's single.
Matter. It doesn't matter. It's what it is. It's not the way you groove on people. I mean, it's not the way.
We've talked about this in other podcasts.
You
shouldn't use
people, do whatever. It's still.
Should go somewhere else.
I meet him at church. Just go meet him at church.
Yeah, man.
No, I'd see my deal. I meet them at churches. So that's what I do. Because automatically we have something in common. So we're meeting there and, I noticed you got the 40-piece mix. Having a party? Nah, just staying in this weekend. Really?
Dark
Me
meat?
too.
All dark meat, all light meat?
Yeah, so it's like
half and half? I always get half and half.
I'm eating a leg. I'm eating a breast. Right.
You keep talking like that, I'm going to have to get some of that Mexican Viagra, man. Stop it.
I'm almost to the point where I'm almost going to give it up. I'm like, I'm getting close to 60. I'm just going to say, you know what? That's it.
I have a feeling when you're just not looking for love anymore, John, it's just going to come right up and grab you right.
Well, I have not been looking, and it still doesn't come right up and bite me in the ass.
It's going to bite you right in my cock.
It doesn't. No. Like I said, this is the reason why I do Beaver Kool-Aid.
As soon as you think that you're going to sit there and eat all that chicken by yourself, she's going to walk out of that bathroom and you're going to go, you know what? She didn't leave.
Yep.
She's going to come back and finish the meal with you.
She didn't leave, but you sure don't want to walk into that bathroom now.
Yeah. She looks good in that XXXL teddy.
Yeah.
XXXL teddy.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Dude, you're living in the wrong city.
Nothing wrong with that.
Here you hold that and go, what is that? For the dog? XXXL teddy. That sounds like a good album name, though.
It does.
I like that. XXXL Teddy.
Featuring Rhesus Macaque on vocals.
That's a great name.
Yeah.
There's just something in there, that XXXL Teddy. First of all, because when you say Teddy, that's kind of dated and they're not going to know what you're talking about, but it just has a certain ring, man.
Yeah.
I can see the album cover. If you're Rhesus Macaque.
You're saying a modern day woman doesn't know what a teddy is? Is that really that dated?
Younger people. Women are going to somewhat know. Guys aren't going to know.
They got to know. If they've had a...
No, if you're I could go out on the street and ask people, what's a teddy?
Come on. Well,
Chick has a teddy on. They don't know what the hell that is.
Well, no wonder they're not getting laid. They don't know what the fuck a teddy is.
That's like saying an ascot. The guy's got an ascot.
Yeah.
They go, what What is that? I mean, is that a monster?
It's a little different.
No,
That
they
ain't triple
call it
XL.
lingerie, man. They call it lingerie. They probably don't call it teddies around with the kids anymore.
Just to know specifically what you got on.
They probably rent the millennials. They probably rent their lingerie with some subscription thing they got on Facebook.
Well, what you do, you pay $30 a month, but
pay $30 a
after
month, you
couple
get all the
years,
kind of
you get
lingerie you want.
new lingerie.
Yeah, when you're done with your lingerie, you just send it back. They send it to somebody else.
I will go to your party and I will tear it up.
Really? Beaver Kool-Aid
Get it hard.
with Lisle, L.A. Lloyd, and Drew.
Make it like a man.
So go ahead, stick your head up your ass.